host Pierson, Pierson Farms, and we're located in Hastings, Iowa. Corn, soybeans, what we're just basically all we are. We'll rotate these beans into corn next year, and then vice versa the year after that. Oh, we roughly right around 3,000. Corn ground, we'll usually spray most of that twice. We'll put a burn down, and then come back with one pass. When the corn gets anywhere from 7 to 10 inches tall, we'll start in on the final pass on it. Beans, we kind of go by what we need. Some farms need burn down and some don't. And where they do, we do, and then where they don't, well, we just come in with a single pass. Come in with Roundup and Assure or Classic, depending on the field. We ride around somewhere between 7,000 and 7,500 acres. Had the 850 2 or 3, and we had the 750. We had it 2 or 3. About 2 to 3 years. We pretty much go by shape of the machine. There's no hour thing on it. I think that last one had like 700 hours on it. A sprayer's kind of like any piece of machinery. You know, it's best to keep it up. If you don't, then you're going to have a few more problems with it. Any of them. I mean, it don't make any difference to brands. So we just decided to start with a new, and well, we had the 4-speed transmission and the smaller engine. We went to the bigger engine. We got the 6-speed transmission, the quieter cab. They've changed some things on it, the accumulators and stuff. That it just, I don't know, it just feels solider. And maybe it'll prove a liar out of me, but right now, we're 100% happy with it. This one here, the way it's working right now, we'll probably have it around for a while. The machine's paid for itself because we're not hiring people to come in and do it. So we pay ourselves the same amount, and that's how we justify the thing straight through. And then of course timeliness, that's a value to that. Spray and quality, like I told you, it really hasn't changed. I mean, any more of these sprayers, if they're running, you can get a good job out of them somehow or another. You can do it when you want. Timeliness, you can get in there, and these boys around here do a good job, but it's just when you got your own, you can get right in there. It's kind of like a combine. If we could get somebody when we wanted it, we probably wouldn't own one. But it's just feasible to do it. Most of your custom operators are good, and this Apache's a good sprayer. I mean, it'll lay it out there just like, it makes you feel like you're a custom sprayer. I mean, you can do just as good a job. A good day, we'll run between 500 and 600. On a mediocre day, we'll run 3 to 4.5, roughly. Them are pretty solid booms. 2 years ago showed that when we had, well, this field here, we had split in 5 different sections that it had washed so dang bad. And I mean, it was just rough, and they held up good. They held up good. Like I say, right now, we've just had nothing but pretty good luck with it, so. We really haven't had any maintenance. I've called them on some different stuff, and I tell you, the guys they know what they're doing out there. They've really helped us out. We had a hose we broke. Brian broke up last farm, 2 farms ago, I guess. And when they'd put it together at the factory, they'd zippy tied it too tight around where the wing folds around, right in the pivot, and the Zerk wore it in two. And we had to replace hydraulic hose, but little things like that. We had the normal thing with machinery, and Mark told us about it. A few bolts getting loose here and there. That adjuster back there that keeps your wing straight out there, that flat bar with the adjustment rod. And I knew it. The last one I did the same thing, but I run a half a day too long on it. But that was my fault. It wasn't the sprayer's fault. So we grease every morning. Of course, check the oil, check hydraulics. It's hydrostat, and jump in it and go. We'll check the booms, make sure there's no nozzles plugged. We got that. I don't even know what you call it. That remote control. You can go back there, and I'll tell you, that's the slickest thing they ever come up with. And that's a Raven thing, I think. But that thing is slick. You can just stand back there and you just shut off, turn on booms, make sure your nozzles are plugged. You don't have to jump up and in and out of the cab. But now maintenance on it is fairly simple. We've been in some pretty muddy stuff. We've had her down to the step before. And in fact, I stopped. I thought I was stuck. That's how come I knew it was down the step. Got back in it, and I thought, well, I'll see what we'll do a little deeper here. And she turned her way out of there. I mean, that's if you had 4-wheel drive, you'd have tried to go on through it. then you'd have just been out there farther. We've never been in a circumstance that we needed it, and so no, we're happy with the way it is. No, we like it. Quite obviously, we're on our third one, so you know. And I tell you, price wasn't an object, because like last year I rented a John Deere when the other one was down, and I'm glad I did, because we thought about going to John Deere just for parts service, and they've got some good points, but I think this has more. Jump in and we'll go spray. You can see that's the easiest way to do it. Just have somebody jump in, they go out and see what it's doing, and tell them what we think, and then they're on their own.